naman mag-formulate of own feeds. No? So, dali na kayo na kay mga yung tumong diri. No? TOT on smallholder feed milling and enterprise development. So, kung hanang katigong mo formulate of feed. Pero kung di mo katigong yun, up to this afternoon, itagatan mo contact number. No? Kaya para we can continue to communicate with each other. No, I can still assist you even after the training. No? Kaya para, well, yun, ano mo yung fees na develop. So, this afternoon, we're going to talk about feed formulation workshop. And of course, there are so many things that we are going to talk. So this will include why or the objectives of feed formulation. Then I will be introducing to you some of the references that we can use in balancing rations or feed formulation. Then we will see one by one the different ingredients, including their chemical composition, because these are the things that we need in balancing ration. Then there are ingredients with limitation because of secondary metabolites that can be potentially dangerous or hazardous to the livestock and poultry. So we will get to learn each of them and know up to how much can they be added in the ratio. And then we will be talking also about different animal requirements. So we talk here about booster stage, grower, finisher, lactating, gestating, these things. So our workshop exercise will be here, person square method of feed formulation, because this is more adaptable for farmers level, kani person square method, because it does not need computer. But because we have also AEWs here, so we will also try to formulate a ration using trial and error method, using Excel. But of course, if there is still time, and it will be quite difficult for the integrator. We have also software now using the Brill software. Brill software is the software that is used in formulating ration by DMEG, by Purina, by Pigrula, and so many other feed companies. We have that in our university. So, nandito software. So, let us start. So, when you formulate a ration, saan ration? Mura na siya nagluto ka o sudan na kay putahe, no, na kay ingredients. The ingredients are kanang weight, no, itimbang, or sasakto niya ang proportion. No, to make your dish, to make your food recipe very palatable, eatable, no? Makaon-kaon, acceptable sa tao food that you prepare. But in the case of our discussion here, we are formulating a feed for animal. So we will be using several ingredients. It's like a food recipe, choosing which ingredient is better, no, to be used as feed or to be mixed as a whole feed for the animal. And the animal we're considering here of different ages. Natin itawag na pambata or pang-young, na tuloy pang kung ano, kapamilya mo booster, no? Kapamilya mo starter feeds, kapamilya mo grower feeds, finisher feeds, gestating feeds, lactating feeds. So these are the different animal requirements. So manok, broiler, layer, ducks, quails, lahi-lahi na siya animal requirement. No? Sa baboy, napuntay mga baktil, dumalaga, butakal, anay, lahi-lahi pa sila requirements. No? So we will be knowing that. So the objective is to utilize our knowledge about nutrients. Yesterday, we were talking about the 6 nutrients: carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, no, but a little bit of vitamins, minerals, and water. Pero we emphasize na to ang tulo, no, carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, because this is the major nutrients that is needed by the animal. So at this point in time, you have already a knowledge. So ganitong kuan, carbohydrate, when it is digested from starch, it becomes glucose, and from glucose it becomes ATP, which is the fuel, energy for the animals. So, if it is a dietary fiber, it can still be digested or fermented in the large intestine, particularly the cecum. Because from a dietary fiber, it becomes volatile fatty acids, and from volatile fatty acids, it can become a source of glucose, No? And then from glucose, it can become a source of ATP and energy or fatty acids. Kung protein, no, from a protein, it is deaminated and it becomes amino acid. Then amino acid, it can become urea or ATP. No? Kung man ang metabolic pathways. So, we have now a little bit knowledge about nutrients. Yesterday also, we talked about feedstuff. We talked about cereal byproducts, fruit byproducts, di ba? Aquatic forage, these things are the forage, the feedstuff that you can consider as a feed material to the whole ratio. So, to the food recipe or feed recipe that you are going to use. So, and animals, so later we will be talking each of the animal requirements. Then, the target also of feed formulation is we are going to mix or to combine ingredients that are nutritionally adequate that will suffice the nutrient requirement of the animal. Kailangan ang atong i-balance na ratio mo target sa requirement sa animal. Kaya di ba ito pwede pakaroon ang atong piso o finisher feeds? Pwede ba na ilabot kayo ang broiler chicks, tagaan mo finisher feeds, dili, di ba? Tagaan mo ang gestating sows, sa mga buntis na baboy o booster feed, dili, di ba? So we are going to target a ratio that will meet the requirement. So, mo na atong target. No? And of course, kung naata sa mag-fermented feeds, our objective is to produce economically feasible feed. Dili pwede nga pang mayaman nga feed na mga dato na maka-afford. No? We target na mag-fermented feed that even the backyard farmers can buy or can afford to buy. Diba? So, muna nga ito. That's why we're going to use ingredients that are locally available. Kung naging mo kahapon, alam mo dapat gourd, na mo dapat soybean, copra, or fish meal. Okay na ng apat, no? You can already have your ration for your animal. So, yan lang ang objective natin. No? Knowledge about sa nutrients, about sa feedstuff, about sa animal, and then ang ilang animal requirement, and also reasonable costs. So, that's the important. So, here are some references that we can use, no, in feed formulation. So, we have here, this is the Bible of animal nutritionists. So, ito yung ginagamit namin sa Philippines, no, the PhilSan. So, everything that you need to know about feed formulation, it's found there in the PhilSan. No, the Feed Reference Standards 4th edition. So, I have a hard copy of that. I have also a soft copy. If you need to ask a soft copy for it, you can email me. I have my call card. No? Because all information, all pictures, all tables that I am attaching in this PowerPoint can be found here inside. Okay? But in other countries, no, you can also adapt or use this one. So there's a nutrient requirement for domesticated ruminants. If we talk about Carabao, Buffalo, Candy, Marinero, no? And then here for swine, and even here for poultry. That can also be used by other countries. Also, for Philippines, we can also use this. No, but for the Philippines, what we use this because the feed ingredients are also based in the Philippines. Now, all the things published here are based in the Philippines. Kasi you have a corn ingredient, these corn are also coming from other countries. So we better patronize our own, no, analysis, which is published here. There is a FieldSan. Okay? So, what are the informations that you need in feed formulation? Una, you should have a list of ingredients na pwede nimong gamiton. Asa ka makakita, anak? Again, I told you, nasa FieldSan. Pero uso naman internet karon, you can type in Feedipedia. So Feedipedia will give you a glossary of different feed ingredients. And if you click on each of the ingredients, it will link you to different chemical analysis, to different literature na gigamit na siya as feed ingredient for livestock and poultry. No, pwede na. So, list of feedstuff, ang consideration nimo when you formulate a feed, it should be locally available. Mo tong soybean, we will really argue whether it is produced in the Philippines or or not. Because kailangan mag-produce sa Philippines, otherwise we're going to import soybean, which is very expensive. Luckily, si Manny Piñol is doing his way now to produce soybean. And hope it will be replicated in different regions in our country. Okay? So that's locally available. Another important consideration when you are looking for an ingredient is the price. So dili pwedeng super expensive ang imong feed because if you compound it, if you mix it together, because as I've said, it is just a recipe, no, using different ingredients into one food recipe or feed recipe. So kung makita ang ingredients na mahal, likely ang imong production cost due to feed is so expensive so that ang imong farmers will not able to buy your feed. Yung imong farmer, ato na lang sa commercial feed, maura nindot ng performance, mahal kayo yung i-formulate. So we have to utilize mga cheap as much as possible. And then, highest nutritional value. Unsa man ang mga highest nutritional value? So it means to say na gamay siya cellulose, gamay siya lignin, gamay siya o hemicellulose. Kato ka mga dietary fibers. Because these dietary fibers are not digested by poultry or ganang pigs. No, but it can be digested if you add exogenous enzyme. Giingon, no, mga exogenous pwede mo taga enzyme na commercially available para ma-increase yung digestibility. No? So, of course, naapoy mga kanang gitawag na to mga secondary metabolites which can be poisonous or cause detrimental effect no, to the animal. So, kung sa ganitong kuan, sa kasama, kung sa ganitong secondary metabolite, hydrocyanic acid, di ba? Atong sa kuan, ito sa mga gabi, di ba? I told you it's oxalates, no? Sa mga taro ba? No, these are secondary metabolites and that will reduce palatability. Kung may palatability, imbis di gutom imong animal, hindi siya kailangan kaon because sakit man ang kaon niya or makakause siya detrimental effect to the health of the animal. So, kung sa ibuhaton, kung kasama meal, so, kung kasama mo ito, you have to chop, you have to wash, you have to dry to reduce the anti-nutritional content. No? So, mo man ang kuan. Buhaton. And then, here, analytical data are preferred that may resort to reliable references. So, kami dito sa VSU, we have analytical laboratory. We are analyzing feed composition. So, if you have samples na imong pamasil, kung saan may kuha ni analysis ani kung may chemical composition ani akong pangkong feed na na-discover sa akong lugar. So, you can send samples no, to our laboratory and we will analyze so that ang kanang among ma-produce na analysis will be used in compounding ration, in formulating or balancing rations. So, mo ang target. Pero kung wala gyud available nga laboratory, like example, layo lang kayo mo, laki lang kayo doon kaya mo sa Visayas State University, no? I go to sa SLSU kung napa sa analytical laboratory for feeds. No? But for Visayas State University, no, we're capable of doing laboratory analysis. So, ano na? So, analytical data are preferred, but kung wala kayo laboratory, you can use the values that you can find in Wikipedia or in PhilSan. Nakaka po yung mga values sa PhilSan. You can use that. We prefer again analytical data because it is within the condition of the locality. Kung ang corn na mo giproduce dire, ang analysis po is locally in the context of the local condition. No? So, inana. Kaya may yung corn sa Cebu, corn sa Leyte, lahi-lahi na siya analysis. Pwede siya mo-vary a little bit. No? So, mas maayos ang analysis, no, exacto on the site. No? And that is what we are promoting. So again, kung malay laboratory, you can find the reference value here sa feeding standards. Okay, so ano na? So here are the informations that you can see if you open the pages of the PhilSan book. No? So if you are looking for list of feedstuff, you will be able to see here the different information. For example, the proximate component, which includes the dry matter, crude protein, crude fat, crude fiber, ash. So makita na nimo ang mga chemical compositions of different ingredients no, using the PhilSan. So detergent fiber values, katong acid detergent fiber, no, makita na nimo dira ang use of detergent fiber. Energy value, you can see here the metabolizable energy no, for poultry or for swine. Makita na nimo dira. No, and the total digestible nutrients or kana, PDN, makita na. amino acid profile, mineral profile, legislative estimate, anti-nutritional factors, and so many others. Makita natin tanan. So let us see each of the different feed ingredients. We classify this as energy source. So when you got energy source, primarily they are added no, to produce or to have energy, or to produce energy. And so now they're usually carbohydrates. So for example, banana peel, no? So pinanitan nga banana, no? So sa mga hilaw na banana, mga reject, pinanitan mo, that is what you call as banana meal and then peeled. So nasa yung analysis, the 5.40 crude protein, then lysine, methionine, and siya no? And then we have barley. So this is a cereal. No? So barley 11.30, makita nimo nga ang crude protein niya taas gani source of protein. No? Makayo ka nga it can be used as a protein source. Cassava residue, mga reject of cassava 2.20, no? Cassava meal, then corn, yellow corn imported 8.60. Ang atong yellow corn 8.05 yung crude protein. Ubos ang protein value sa corn na produce locally. And then we have also oats, no? Then oats, and then we have here rice, broken. Pwede po na ito yung ingredient ng broken rice. No? Unsa may kisa may nahumayan dire, unsa ang inyong broken rice? Inyo ipakawat sa mga native chicken, no? No, ina naman usually, pero pwede nimo tigunon, no? And you can use this as a major ingredient in your ration. And anti-chemical analysis ng rice. No? So we have here rice paddy sorghum. Sorghum 9 ang iyang protein present, 9% ang iyang crude protein. Then wheat, then these are wheat from different countries. Then we have also here animal and marine protein sources, blood meal. No? So blood meal, asa gikan ng blood meal? Gikan na sa slaughterhouse. No? Ang mga dugo, ipanglabog naman na, you can still use that. So sa na nimo, imo na papukalan, and then imo ipauga, and then imo i-dry. So you have already a blood meal. Yes? Oh, regardless kung pila ka ml, no, kay ang ato ato mo na i-process into blood meal. So sa pag-process sa blood meal na kay dugo, imo na pabukalan kay para mo ang tagaw. Kung man imo i-sun air dry and then sun dry and then oven dry. Basta ang importante ma-powderize na nimo. Galing, and then regardless of the amount, mauwi na yung analysis. So taas yung protein na, no? Kaya to? 80%, no? To 90%. Taas kay protein. So kung wala mo ay fish meal, you can use blood meal instead, no? Para maka-produce mo kanang feed recipe. No, you can use that. And then egg powder, kung lang mo balot, no? Na wala nagkaon or sa mga mo mga binuwing manok, ng itlog, yan, pulaan ng kaon sa itlog. You can break the egg, collect the albumin and the egg yolk, process it into egg, no, egg powder. So pwede na siya kung wala good mo yung fish meal. No? So, pero, again, we are practicing kapit na in our archipelago. We are surrounded by seas, no, nothing marine life, no marine resources. So, of course, natay daghan na fish waste. So, sa inyong mga munisipyo, I think, ipanglabog na ang mga fish and trails. No, gills, the intestine, ipanglabog na. Even in Baybay, ipanglabog na. Hundreds of kilos every day are just dumped in the dump site. No, but again, you can make use of the fish wastes. So, saan? For example, pabukalan ng mga tinahi, mga hasang sa isda, after rendering it, after boiling it, then you can dry. No? So, sa imong procedure, pwede air dry, pwede sun dry, pwede oven dry. So, kung uga na, imo galingon, kay para magpino, mapowderize siya. That is what you call as fish meal. No, and we call it local fish meal because we produce it locally. So, tingnan nyo, ang kanyang crude protein content is 64, 68. No, pero ang local is just like 54 or no, local tuna. So, taas gyapon kay na protein nga value. And then, imagine, ginapog na to. No? So, nanay sources sa protein, blood meal, no, natay kaning egg powder, or the fish meal. And then this one, poultry byproduct meal. Kung saan na poultry byproduct? So, mo ka sa dressing plant, daghan gyapon kay na mga trimmings, mga intestine, kana pwede gyapon na nimo kulintahon, pabukalan, then i-air dry, sun dry, oven dry, then igaling. And then you have a poultry byproduct meal. No, pwede na unsa man na nimo mga kuko sa manok inintad. No, wala na. No, kana mga panit, kana minana, no, that can be used as a poultry byproduct meal. So 50% yung fruit protein. Of course, you have here the different chemical amino acid analysis. No, so, yan na. So we have here also poultry meal, pork meal. So pork meal, mo gyud mo slaughterhouse na kay mga trimmings, no, magbuo na ka na do slaughterhouse. So yun na i-eviscerate, then magtatad na, i-remove ang mga fat trimmings, etc. There are wastes, no? We remove the common, and then you can use that as a pork meal. No? So, pero bawal lang na siya sa mga Muslim. No? Because di ka pwede mag-formulate congregation na naay bakoy. No? Kung ang iyong target is a Muslim community. No? And then, shrimp meal, mura di man kayo uso sa ito, kinakaon na itong shrimp. But, the wastes of the shrimp, ang ulo, o kaniyang panit sa shrimp, we can use that as a shrimp meal. No, kasi for protein. Pwede na, gusto mo na yung shrimp. Pag magkaon, no? Lapog na ng panit. But if, kada, kung tinansa naman, ikaon na ng shrimp, sir, no? Mayroon ng maipon. But if you are in a restaurant, no, always offering shrimp, daghan yun na every week. No, mga fish waste, shrimp waste byproducts. So you can use that as a shrimp meal. Then we have also from plant protein. So black beans, di kayo common sa ato, canola, cowpea, dung peas, feed peas, green peas, kini si ipil-ipil is very common sa ato, di ba? So, how do you harvest? Ipil-ipil, ayaw na ka murag kuha mo palbo sa kamunggay, every dahon, inyong kuha. Impractical. No, kung imo ka ng, murag ka ng munggay way na pag-harvest, so imo balikon ang succulent part, kana na petioles and succulent stems. No, pwede mo lang stem and the leaf. No, imong i-process. Imong harvest on, then air dry, sun dry, then oven dry, grind, and you have an ipil-ipil meal. So, ipil-ipil meal is containing 20% crude protein. Mataas pa rin yan. No? So, mas taas na kaysa sa corn. Ang corn kanina is just 8%. No, ang corn is just 8%. Okay? So, lupins, rice bean, then we have here the soybean. Just imagine we don't have any Philippine soybean. Kasagaran US, China, India, no, Brazilian. So, wala kita soybean. Lucky now that Nanipinol is promoting soybean, no, as a feed crop. So, you can see that soybean has 47, 43 plus the crude protein value, no, of soybean. So, next is safflower. You can buy safflower seeds sa agri-vet store. Makapalit mo na. And then sunflower seeds, you can also buy that, no, in the agri-vet stores. Okay? And then milling and factory byproducts. So, bakery byproducts, brewers, dried spent grain. Kinsa man diri sa inyo dukol sa planta sa beer. Wala diri? Namay planta sa beer atong sa Western Leyte? Wala. So ang kanang kuan, beer, ang kanang brewers dried spent grains mo nang byproduct sa beer production. So na sila yung wheat or barley, I think it's barley, then they process it by malting. So no malting. So ilan na ihumol tubig, no? Ang kanang barley seeds. I-crush nila ang barley seed and ihumol. After so many hours, maybe days, no? Ang katong starch niya will disintegrate, it becomes maltose. No, katong malt sugar, katong yung beer, tambo because of the malt sugar. So, after collecting the malt sugar, ila na isaan, balik. No, i-filter nila, and then the filtrate becomes the beer, and the residue will now be called as the dry spent grains, which is very high in protein, also 23.5, more starches are high. So, then we have also copra meal. Kani copra meal after removing the oil in the copra. No? So ang copra is produced, no, pre-blind the copra. Yung nut can be source of oil. No, but after extracting the oil, you can still make use of the cake and call it as copra meal. No, oilless. And then for the potassium, the protein, 21%. Then corn bran, kung shelling mo, no, sa corn, nabay ka ng corn, mais pa, sa rice, no, na may polish, healing sa rice, o may rice bran, namamagyan ko na sa mais, no, so makakulit ko ka, corn bran. So, ganun siya, nice. Then, corn gluten, distillers, dry grain, palm kernel, ano sa Malaysia, Indonesia, and then ng palm kernel. So, this one, B1 and B2, morning rice bran, na to. So, tahok. Ang tahok na ay pino, na apoy kanang dilit pino. So, kanang pino ang pinakamas mahal. No, B1. So, mo na bitawag na itong sarap or sa may one. Tawag niyo sa inyong lugar na. So, that's B1. And then we have also pollard, natin mapalitan sa agricultural stores. No? And then for the dairy products, natay lactose powder, then natay milk replacers, skim milk. So these are the possible feed ingredients that you can use, no, in formulating feeds. So, napunta sa next. Another is acceptability and digestibility. Kaya feed, kaya yung mga grains na to, mga agricultural byproducts, they have, no, matuwa ko yung anti-nutritional factors. So we have to be careful. Dili pwede nga, doon tayo akong mga ingredients, sir. Promise, hindi kayo pero dili kayo kaon sa inyong animal because of the anti-nutritional factors. So, the feed that you are going to formulate should be acceptable and digestible. Kung na target, paano magpakaon tag animal na magiging taig, na magiging itig? Ano man? Di ko pwede sa hatag mo sa feed, wag yung itig, wag yung taig. Kung inara rin ang case, ang iyong feed is 100% digestible. Pero di ko man, isang tao, paong ka na magiging pupo. Di ba? Because not all of the food that we eat are 100% digestible. Kanang wala na digest will be excreted as waste. Parehara po na sa animals. Formulated feeds, not 100% is digested. Nag-i-eat, nag-i-defecate ang animal. Okay? So, how do you increase palatability of the feed? Kung saan mo yung pag-increase sa iyang acceptability sa feed. So, for example, katong ano hilingon ninyo nga silage, kung saan mo pag-increase sa acceptability, utangan ninyo molasses, na inana. Or nag-pelletize kag feed para ang animal ganahan kaon butangan kog aroma or flavor or butangan nimo pigments. Sometimes makakita kag pellet nga red o color. Diba? Because some animals are attracted to red color na pellet. No? So like that. So increase acceptability and digestibility. How do you increase digestibility? So kung corn gali, natay tulo ka klase. Whole corn, natay cracked corn o ground corn. Diba? Tulo ka buok na. Whole, cracked o ground. Asa yung digestible na sa tulo? Ang ground. Because kung dugmok na, there will be a lot of enzymes. Katong mga enzymes na discuss, amylase, katong mga gapon na discuss. This will help, no, in the digestibility of the feed material. So kung imo i-offer whole corn, so mag-effort pa ang gizzard ni chicken na kung ano mo, i-grind. So, remember, ang gizzard is the mechanical stomach of the chicken. Kaya wala mo siya teeth. Di ba? So, kung imo i-ground, less effort nga ang mechanical stomach. So, nakakonserve ang animal with energy. So, ang baboy, pakano ni mo whole corn, do you think ma-digest na niya? So, iniglibang sa baboy, whole corn, yapon na. O, di na niya ma-digest sa baboy. So, that is why there's an importance of reducing the particle size. Even carabao or buffalo, pakano na nimo corn nga whole corn iya ra na iluwa. Dili iluwa, iya ilibang. Bisag na pa siya rumel ng tulong umisong, dili na niya ma-ferment, di na niya ma-digest. No, I have tried that feeding to kanang buffalo. Whole corn, iya ra ilibang nga whole corn. No, because of that particle size. So katong giingon ninyo gapon sorghum. No, katong sorghum called seeds. It can be fed to poultry kay nasa gizzard. Pero sa pigs, dili ko lang ma-digest sa pigs. Mo na mga seeds or grains, it has to be reduce into crop or into ground size. No? Kung sa'yo kinahanglan ninyo sa feed mill para makuha galing, you need, sa man to, hammer mill. Ang hammer mill, daghan ng sieve. No, na-sieve nga, let's say 5 millimeter, na 2 millimeter, na 1 millimeter. So the lower the lower the particle size, the more digestible it is. So, pag-order naman sa inyong mayor or governor, mayor, I need hammer mill. I need mixer. So, ito ito pag kinahanglan sa cooperative mills. Hammer mill, sa mixer, pilitanser, o weighing scale. Ito lang ang basic ng mga equipment. No? Nya, pili capacity, mayor. Pwede ba 1 ton? No. Capacity kayo, ito ka association, binayong kita mayor. Ano kayo ng mga baboy? 1 ton per hour. Mura commercial ng mga feed industry. No? So, ang naman mga ginagawa. So, no? So, aside from physical, no, katong reducing the particle size, you can also increase the digestibility by cooking, by fermentation, no, or by adding enzyme to increase the digestibility. So, kanak nga mga methods. No? And then inclusion rates, especially in fiber speed stuff in monogastric and poultry. Now we are going to know what are the maximum inclusion rate of these ingredients. Ito. So, the presence of anti-nutritional factors and certain limitation affects digestibility. Kung naa siya hydrocyanic acid, pwede niya ikamatay. Kung taas siya fiber, decrease digestibility. No? And then, kung imo i-add ang molasses in high amounts, so you will have a problem in mixing. Same with oil. Kung imo i-add in high amounts, you will have also problem in mixing. Or if you add a lot of soybean, gastos kayo ang immersion. So it's costly. So here are some of the anti-nutritional factors and certain recommendations. So for example, kung fish meal gali, isa ka local, kung imo gi-formulate kay booster, broiler booster, ang iya inclusion is up to 3%. And then kung starter up to 5%, kung finisher up to 3%. Kung layer, no, 5%. Gusto mo na, for every 100 kilos, maximum ni mo nga i-add sa fish meal is just 3 or 5 or 3, 5. No? For 100 kilos na mixture. Kung magkuha ka, mag-mix ka ng ingredient. So, kung total mo 100 kilos, mo rin yung maximum inclusion rate kung fish meal. Kung sa'yo rason, kung ginagawa patas-an pag mayo. Because fish meal has high salt content. Salt can also be toxic at high level. So kung imod pataghanan ang fish meal, it is salty, then it will also cause detrimental effect the health of the animal. Okay? And then, kung ganahan ka mag-butang o ipil-ipil leaf meal, no, kaya naghanap kita ng ipil-ipil, hindi ka pwede magbutangan na itong booster feed ang imong i-formulate. Not recommended, and our is not recommended. Pwede na rin mo ibutang sa broiler finisher feed at 3 kilograms per 100 kilograms na mixture. No, hindi kayo daghanan ng fish meal. Kaya ano man, if you add a lot of ipil-ipil meal, it is toxic because it contains mimosine. So, na mimosine, maka-cause na reproductive problem. No? So, kung imong animal, imbis kay pa-itlugon nimo or pa-breeding purpose, then the animal cannot reproduce because of toxic effect, which is mimosine. Okay, kung layer, maximum inclusion rate of 5 kilos per 100 kilogram. Mauna siya ang mixture sa ingredient. Now, we go for copra. Ang copra meal, because this is common, not recommended, hindi mo ibutang sa booster, pero pwede nyo ibutang siya sa starter feed at 5 and then 10. And then for layer, dili tayo iyato ng layer 5, 10. So manong dili mo natin ibutang at higher levels because it is fibrous, it is poor in protein quality and digestibility. So maximum 10 lang ang iyang inclusion. That means 10 kilos per 100 kilograms of feed mixture. Now, we have here also common molasses. Okay, magsiguro kung ano molasses. Take note, there will be a mixing problem kung daghan kaayo. So molasses is just recommended in a starter feed for broiler at 3 kilos per 100 kilos. And then finisher 5 kilos per 100 kilos. And then for layer or breeder, 3 to 5. Why? Because of high level cause mixing problem as laxative effect due to high potassium content. So these are the limitations of the use of molasses. D1 and D2, you can see here na D1 can be added in higher amounts compared to D2 in lower amount because D2 is more fibrous compared to a rice bran D1. No? So, muna ang sa rice bran. For dairy products, skim milk, walay limit. Asterisk means walay limit. But the problem is costs. Very expensive ang skim milk powder. Pwede mo hatag 100% skim milk sa imong animal, pero you cannot balance a ratio. Later, you will learn later. But no, the problem is the cost. Malayo. Now, as I have said yesterday, na kailangan din natin maglagay ng any kind of oil. I told you, pwede ka ng byproduct sa Jollibee, nga oil, ka ba, ipituhan, or karon si Katel Crispy King, ngayon mga oil nila nga, panglapog naman nila. No? But, pwede po ka lang mga vegetable oil, nga parito yun nga per liter. But nowadays, it's very expensive. No? So, for example, if you want to add soybean oil, no, ang maximum inclusion is 3, 5, 6, no, 6, 6, kana lang. Hindi mo panlapasan. Meaning to say, this is 6 liters of oil per 100 kilograms mixture. No, so, 6 liters of oil per 100 kilos, hindi mo palapasan. If hindi mo palapasan, you will encounter a problem of mixing. So, usually, problem in mixing and handling. Napugay problem sa cost because it's very expensive. O problem sa rancidity. Kay oil man na siya. So, mag-ranso ang imong feed na imong i-produce or imong i-mix. So, maximum inclusion rate is 6. So, as I have said, you can use also talo. Asa ng talo? If you are a fan of eating bulalo, no, you can get a lot of beef talo. So, pwede na nimo i-mix at 3, 6, 3, 6, 6. So, depending on the species of the animal. So, ang problema lang, ang talo is solid. Di ba? Kasi po, kung nasa room temperature mo, solidify mo na. So, you need to heat that talo before you will mix it. Hindi mo na ikainitan. Okay, para ma-melt. Okay. Now, ito sa baboy. So, ang baboy, pwede na tagaan ang banana meal na pinanitan. No? Up to 10%. No? So, grower, finisher, feeder, lactating. O po na yan. Kung cassava meal, no? Pwede po na to siya butangan up to 25 for grower finisher, but for breeding lactating up to 10%. So, sa problema, nga dili nimo ibutang at high concentration because of the hydrocyanic acid. That is kung pinanitan nga banana, taas-taas yung inclusion rate. Pero kung wala gipanitan ang cassava, including ang peelings of the cassava tubers, you can just add up to 10% per 100 kilos. No? Ito may right inclusion rate. Dahil tungod lagi sa hydrocyanic acid. No? It's a cyanide. No? It can cause death of the animal. Now, sorghum, walay limit. Sa baboy, pwede rin po. But the problem is tannic acid, which will precipitate protein. But here, sorghum has to be ground or kana bang galingon. Sorghum. Hindi pwede i-overdose kasi na ma-digest kaayo kung ito siya digestive. Okay, so blood meal. So I told you earlier na nasa slaughterhouse na yung blood and you can process this as a protein ingredient. But the problem is you can just add it up to 3%. So kung na 100 kilos na mixture, 3 kilograms na iyong pwedeng isapol na blood meal because it is low in protein digestibility. So mo po na yung problema. No, but if you have fish meal local, you can add 3, 5, 5, 5 on the starter grower to lactating. Put 5 na maximum inclusion rate. Dahil ang problema, high salts and also posible na salmonella kung local. Pero kung imported, why problema put 8? Pwede na 8, no? Ang problema lang yung price. Kaya mahal mag-imported na fish meal. So, sana. So, others, no, you can see ipi-ipi, pwede ba sa baboy? Yes, pwede. But maximum inclusion is 8 for finisher. Kung breeder lactating, put over sa 3 because of toxicity problem. No, sa mevocin, ano ako yung kanina. No, and then we have here, copra meal, pwede na ito i-add sa baboy up to 20%. no? And then 20, 15 for breeders, no? Because of high fiber, etc. One of my reasons. And then we have here coconut oil up to 6%, or soybean oil up to 6%. So problem in mixing, etc. Almost the same reason for the formulas. Okay, so these are the table, this information will tell you na naabyo certain limit ang tanan ingredients, no? Dili pwedeng kana 100% mo in full, no? Na ay certain limit because again, it can be costly, it can be have secondary metabolites, no, which may cause detrimental effect on the animals, no, or it can cause problem in mixing. So ano mga reasons? So kinahanglan natin ay dapat daghan ingredients isabot sa usa ka feed recipe. Dili pwede usa o duha lang. Pwede mo duha ka ingredient lang pero you know, nakakay mga maatubang mga problem. Later sa atong workshop, maka-solve mo 2 ingredients na mag-formulate operation ng 2 ingredients. Now, we have here the third requirement in balancing ration, the nutrient requirement of the animals. So, ang animals, nasa different stages of growth. Na booster, starter, grower, finisher, lactating, or breeder, then lactating. No, so dili pwede pakan mo nimong broiler o finisher, no? Anong broiler chicks, they all chick. Di pwede nung broiler na finisher. Ano man because they need high amount of protein. Asa gatong po under marker, no? So ang animal, okay. So if this is the growth stage of the animal, monitor yung protein requirement, no? This is a booster stage. Booster, and then here, finisher stage. Usually, the graph is like this, no? No? Gets mo? Nga paano yung graph? Taas siya, protein requirement when they are young. Pero pag abot niya finisher, mubos yung protein requirements. So, ang atong feed, natay booster feed, kung susunod, starter, no, nakay, grower, then finisher. Nasa ikinamahalan ni, if you are buying feed, ikinamahalan yung booster feed. Unya, mantika, barato, kung moabot dito sa finisher. No? Mantika barato na because kaning booster feed is formulated with high CP content, high food protein. Mataas ang protein. Nga naman, because the bird or the chicken, the broiler, is still growing at the booster stage. Pag abot niya dito sa finisher stage, nagpatambok na lang ang broiler. Wala na siya yung muscle deposition. Wala na siya yung need of protein. No, kaya nagpatambok naman lang na. Mo lang finish. I-harvest na, i-finish. Ayaw na napatubua up to 45 days, up to 60 days. Kaya yan, growth pattern, paubos. No? Lugi na kapag abot sa finisher stage. That's why when you harvest broiler, 35 days na yun na. The same with baboy. Nang baboy booster stage sa baboy at finisher. Pag abot sa baboy sa finisher stage, ihawa na na kung di mo gusto yung breeder. No, kaya wala na na yung muscle. Kung mo na ilitsyon, baga na ka nagtambok. No, kaya gitawag po na siyang finisher as fattening stage. Parehas na po na finisher or fattening stage. So kung dili nimo ihawon, pag abot sa finisher or fattening stage, kung sa imong quality sa carcass na sa karne, bagag tambok. No? Kung imo ilitsyon, antos ka sa pagagtambok. Ang litsyon pagagtambok. Or kung imo siya ikarne, ay customer ninyo mo palit og pagagtambok, no? Naarog hapon pa, no? So yun na. So kung imo siya i-continue sa finisher kung sa may sunod, dire mo na ni dire ang breeder. O niya sunod, lactating, di ba? Paabot nimo. So inana ay ang growth curve. Mas mahal ang booster, mas barato ang finisher. Pero sugod pag breeder stage, mo increase na po na ang velocity or ana na. Mo increase na po ang sugod. Mo mahal na po balik ang imong feed nga paliton kung breeder o lactating feeds. Mo nang na-experience niyo no kung magbabuyan bahala sa lactating feeds oy because again nanihanan na siya protina kay na siya gipatutoy. no? Or pag buntis pa siya breeder, na siya gidala nga mga bakti sa iyang tiyan, daghan. No? So, yun ana ang iyang mga stages of growth of the animal. So, you can see here, these are the chicken. No, this is the feed recipe. No, feed mix ratio. Kani nga feed, no, is balanced relative to the requirement of this chicken. So, kani nga feed is, kung sa mitanaw ninyo, ano nga mga manok, is this chick, or are they finisher, or are they grower, or are they breeders? Breeder. So, posible nga, gusto na. So, posible finisher na punta kayo, no? So, finisher feed. Kani, sa maning nga, stage. They can be gestating feeds. So, we are formulating, or these animals here are fed with a gestating feed. So, sa inyo expect kung gestating feeds, mura iyang curve will start to move up. No? Taas na yung CP. Mas mahal na. No, yung feed. So, here in the next slide, you can see the different ages, no, of the animals and their respective nutrient requirements. So kung yung baboy, ang baboy natay kategory na creep. Kung sa manang creep. The creep is, di ba, mga ang baboy, kung sa may unang pagkaon sa bakti, colostrum milk, right? Colostrum milk. Pero, after 5 days, you start handful of creep feed. Imo na i-introduce ang solid na feed. Para mag-impact like 1 kilo na yung napalit, no, booster, or sometimes we call it as creep feed. No, and very mahal, kapila na karon. 100 pesos ulit na per kilo. O, usahay, this brand. No, kaya na 80 to 100 pesos per kilo. Mahal kayo ng 1 kilo para pagkaon sa baktin. Di po na nimo ipakaon dinangan. No, kaya patestingon pa man nimo sila ginagmayng kaon. That is what you call as creep feed. No, and then you can see ang iyang requirement for protein taas ayo 21 or 20 to 21.3. Pero pag human niya ang creep feeding, let's say 1 week old or 2 weeks old na baboy, pwede nimo tagaan pre-starter or starter feed. So ang starter niubos na ang iyang proteina 19.8 mao po ni sa aning illustration. Creep feed taas pa kayo, pag abot niya sa starter ubos-ubos, no? So kita mo. Na ako tayo kita diri nga low, medium, high. So muna low, medium, high. Ang mga feed pwede na to i-formulate, pwede barato, pwede makamasa, pwede po pang mahal. No? So, natay kamantay mo sa mga feed label na premium, na po economy. No? Sabi na si Bimek. Oh, na yung expert, sabi na premium, o gusto pa. O, basta na yung mga anak. Makita man mo nga, uy, starter feed na ganun, lahat na kay premium, lahat po kay economic class. Tungod na, kaya pwede na mag-formulate o barato, low, or high. Kung may low, iyang protein, ubos, 19.5. Kung high, 20. No? So, mas mahal ang inyong benta if you are producing high quality feed or premium feed. So, kana, naanap ko na sa inyo kung ganahan mo high quality premium feeds. So, muna ha, creep feed, muna muna stage sa baboy creep, and then we formulate pre-starter, and then we formulate starter feed, grower feed, and finisher. So you just see here, from 17.5, pag-abot niya high, 18.3. So mas mahalo yung high. Grower, 16 to 16.8. Pero what you can see here, nagkita-ubos ang CP from 17 or 18 to 16 to 13.48 pag-abot ng finisher. Ni barato na ang feed. Kung na nga age. Ni ubos ang CP. Medyo say mas ni barato ang feed. Because we are incorporating little amount of protein when they age like this. No? So, kung sa ilang mga nutrients na kinahanglan, ano nga baboy, starter, grower, finisher, dili lang protein ang imong i-balance. No? Ang imong i-balance is energy, metabolizable energy. You need to balance calcium, you need to balance phosphorus, acid, crude fiber, and these amino acid, katong mga limiting amino acid that we talked yesterday. So, kani ang imong i-balance. Mo na kinahanglan tag software para mas madali. So, katong breed software, kung wala may breed software, you can consult the Department of Animal Science because we can assist you in formulating feed. Pero kung wala software yun, you can use the trial and error in your Microsoft Excel para ma-meet ni tanan requirement of the nutrients. Pero, kung wag yung Excel, wag yung computer, wag yung braille, you can use the Pearson Square method. Pero ang Pearson Square na limitation kay usa iyang mabalancing ang nutrient, ang crude protein. Or pwede po energy, or pwede po calcium, pero one at a time. No? Pwede na inyong mabalancing. We will have an exercise on that anyway. No? Okay, para makasuway mo balancing ratio using Pearson Square method. Okay? Now, manita sa breeder pigs. When they become breeder, kung wala ninyo giihaw ang mga finisher pigs, they become gestating. Kung sa edad sa baboy nga mag-gestate, nga mabuntis, usually 7 to 8 months. No? 7 to 8 months after siya finish, since birth, pwede na siya na ito ginaman o breeder pig. So, kung ako AI o natural, kung mabuntis gani, ganun sa gani ang ganang estrus period sa baboy, pila ka adlaw siyang mag-cycle. Kung sa babae pa, menstruate. 21 days. No? Kung dili gali siya mamuwag after breeding, then buntis na imong baboy. Pila ka days magbuntis ang baboy? 140 days. So that's 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So, yung pagbuntis, you give the baboy a gestating feed. Gestating feed ang hatag. Then, nanganak na si baboy. So, imong ihatag kay lactating phase. So, nanganak ka baboy ka sa mailutas ng lactate.
30 days.
Usually 30 days or 1 month. So, ang nanay, asa na to, ipakuso natin pagkaon, inilutas, balik na sa breeder mash. No? Or pwedeng na may breeder mash kung natin pagkaon. And then, ang mga lactate, gusto natin pagkaon na 30 days. Balik na po ta dire. Nakuha na tag drip feed pag 1 week, then 2 weeks na pre-starter, then ang starter feed. Maybe 1 month is still in the starter feed. Yung may pagkaon. No? So, yun ang cycle sa baboy. No?
Isa pa lagi sa example, 4 months na, finisher mo na. Kung i-breeder lagi nila sa limang, lang doon yung finisher. Balik mo
Lagi na. Ang animal has to be fed with a balanced ratio. Wala niya ni tuman ang recommendation na kani mga tuay galing starter grower feed agi ang finisher feed. Kung dili gani mo idawon adto ka sa breeder.
Pero pwede na sa finisher, sir.
Mutambog mo baboy. Tinig ka lang kwaro, wala ka pa baboy. Kung di mo ipakaw finisher continuous nimo until i-breed, mutambog ang baboy. Mutambog ang baboy, less chance siya mag-conceive. O man, tama yung baboy kung tambo kayo, dili mabuntis. No? So less chance mo na ato siya i-breeder diet, no? Kung dili nimo siya ihawon sa future.
Mauli nang di ka mawas sa yung anak sir.
O kana pwede siya mabuntis usa duha tulura iyang anak. Pwede ra less sa iyang litter size.
Kung magpapalito sa loob sa bahay, starter, tuloy, finisher, sa may sa edad na sir, ba?
Kuan usually edad atong kuan edad ang atong tanawon. Pero namapuy tayo gitawag sa breeds nga early maturing o late maturing. So, depende na sa imong pod, sa imong tan-aw. Kung ang imong breed is early maturing, ayaw ba agad sa kanang iyang edad. Adto ka ba agad sa iyang timbang. Nay ko na nga case, may isa man nimo ang mga case nga early maturing. Example, large white, So, nana sa breed, mapikto gyapon na. Ang kanyang recommendation dire, ang ilang recommendation is by weight. Kada, by weight. So kung ang baboy nimo 23 to 41 kilos, kana regardless of breed, pwede nimo makano starter. Kung imong baboy 63 to 100 kilos, pwede nimo makano finisher. No, so taga-ata daw mo PowerPoint ani kay para kuno kumpleto. Kato sa kung the first topic up to the last topic. Kahapon man So, muna to, ang imong butakal ay yung taga-ig finisher feed, kaya mo tapos ko yung butakal. Ha? So, tagaan mo bore ratio. Like bore ratio. Kung may bore ratio, pwede rin mo na breeder sound ratio, pwede breeder sound. No? Ratio. So, mga po na iya. Sa baboy, no? So, next na to is this one. Sa broiler chicken. Ano ang broiler chicken na to? pag 0 to 2 weeks or plus 14 days, baka na to booster feed. So kita ka, yung protein na ay barato, na ay mahal, 21.5 ang barato, 23% ang mahal. No? Then starter feed when they're 2 to 4 weeks. So mga 2 to 4 weeks na to. That's about 14 days to 15 days to 28 days. No? So starter. And then paghaman 29 days up to sa una 42 days pa man to, but we can harvest already broiler at 28 days. No? Pwede na i-harvest. So 4 to 6 weeks kana pwede mo na finisher. Kaya ang role lang sa finisher magkuha na yan na mag-deposit lang ng fat. No? So tanawa yung crude protein. Pag booster, no, nag-abot siya karang starter then finisher ni ubos mo yung crude protein. No, you can see that. Ang protein ubos. No? So kung low, para ubos na tayo. Kung medyo mahal tayo yung feed, 98.3 kung premium quality. No? So ako ng broiler type chicken. Then we have egg type chicken kasi may engage sa layer. No, kung mga nag-layer farm. So mo ni requirement sa layers. Ilang edad kung nagbuhi mo ka ng chicks pag yun, dili mo agad booster stage ang layer. Diretso ni mo pa karon starter feed ang layer. So starter feed mao na yung requirement. Ambot kung say brand sa feed karon nga for kanang layer starter. Then sunod grower, and then kung dumalaga mo gitawag na tong pollen developer pellet. No, kaba PDP. Kabatay mo ng PDP, so that's pollen developer pellet. And then kung mangitlog na siya starting 18 weeks, paano na nimo layer 1? No, nga feed. Ayaw ninyo pakan-ada yung layer feed pag 12 to 18 weeks pa kay ano man sayo siya mangitlog and dagmay ang itlog niyang i-produce for long time. So mo nang disadvantage kinahanglan nato i-prevent nga mangitlog siya early. Dapat pasugdan na itong itlog at age 18 weeks. So kung imo tagag layer feed, pag 16 weeks pa mangitlog na ang layer, na iba mangitlog. And ang iyang itlog dagmay yun na for many months. Dugay ka makarecover. Kaya ang baligya ba sa itlog ron kay based on size, dili based on number of pieces. No, mas bukat, mas mahal. No, so we're after of that. So we have experienced that in the department nga gipaitlog na mo sayo na suffer big dugay kayo dagmay itlog, no? And then lugi yun na syempre sa farmer. No, so we have to provide layer feed when they are 18 weeks, and then we can make use of them as layer for at least 2 years. No, alam niyo yan? Nga pwede na to siya itlogon ang manok for 2 years. Imagine every day you are making a money machine. No, na kay thousands of layer, unya, let's say 900 are laying eggs. Kwarta oy, unya large or extra large ang size, ayaw ko ninyo pa itugan kanang jumbo. Ngano man, kay kung jumbo ipaitlog ninyo, dili siya mangitlog next day. O lugi ka ko sa kaitlog. O kay kung jumbo double size, double yolk na siya. So ngano maka-jumbo size man na manok? It's because gipakuratan man ninyo. No, stress man ninyo, inyo mag-ibang ang door or nagsaba-saba o pagpakaon. So maka-jumbo size egg. Malipay ka, pero ang palit, pero ikaw as a farmer producer, di ka malipay kay mo ibus mo production sa egg next day. Hindi mo itlog ang layer na jumbo. Okay? Every day, dapat 1 egg, 24 hours mo lang ovulation sa manok. Every day, usara ko na ka-itlog. Kung ikaw ko sa ka-itlog, usara na ka-egg yolk. Pero kung double size man mo, double, gipukurtan mo, they have double yolk. No? So, na mechanism na sa pag-produce sa egg. No? Natay agian na. Ang first, kanang coating sa egg yolk with the albumin. So, mura pa na factory ang tiyan. No? Kanang lawas sa manok. So, iyang ovary, mag-release ng egg. So, kung gipakuratan gali, ang sunod ng egg na ma-release, na trap. So, sila to ka na-coat sa albumin. Then, pag sa albumin, di-coat of shell membrane. Pag abot na to sa magnum or isthmus ba to, sa uterus man na, di-coat na kong eggshell. So, pag abot na po ka sa ito, lipay ka as buyer. Pero ikaw, as farmer, lugi ka na. Kay imong bayaran usar makaitlog di makambayad og duha ka igyok baya ni dapat 14 pesos ni kay duha ka igyok di na kayo nana no so usar ka itlog imong bayaran no large to XL, no? Putol pala XL. Okay kayo sa department kung ganun malit, 150 among kuan. Egg sa ka tray, small. Nya 180 among medium. Nya 210 among large. Nya 230 among XL. Para to sa department kay di man negosyo. Ang nami manukan ko layer part sa department. So, pero sa inyo mga siguro, usa ka itlog ro tag cheese naman siguro. Imagine. So kung nakay 1,000 ka manok, let's say 950 ng itlog times 10, ilan na? 950 times 10, or 9,500 imong income every day. Egg machine jud lagi. Kung ano nindot kayo sa. And then ang nindot ron ko, naka-disperse ang DA, di ba? Sa layer, gawin na yung mga masters. No, na-disperse mo sa inyo, mga LGUs, o layer. O, kuya, gitaganin yung farmer o pinagsakang fields, di ba? Next challenge is how will this farmer sustain? No? So, pinakamaayo na, mag-produce yung own feeds. O, pinakusa ka dito. Para sa dispersal sa baboy because of ASF. Tagaan mo, farmer, ng baboy, pero kung yung mag-sustain, nabuto ka rin, sakto siguro yung delivery sa DA or na po. No? So, unsa ako ninyo pag-sustain? Taligyan na naman yung mag-face. Ato ihawa na yung pista. No? Promote ng mga farmers sa ano. Tunga sa OEW, okay, syempre. Okay, so, asa na ta? So, inudumi ha, 2 years mangitlog ang manok, and the same, and ang quail, mas bubo ang production sa quail. No? Pero tag-dos, hindi yung quail ito. Ano tayo? Now, we have here game fowl. Kung mahilig ko game fowl. So, pwede ka mag-formulate of feed sa game fowl. So, pwede ka booster feed, starter, grower, stock developer, maintenance, conditioner, or breeder AS. So, pwede ka na mag-formulate. Pero, pwede grains ang imong one. Pero, whole grains ba? Hindi na i-craft. Pwede na mga sa game fowl. May na may gizzard. So, yan na. Now, sa ducks, pwede na mag-formulate operation pang starter ducks, pang grower ducks, or pang layer or breeder ducks. So, kung naamoy palayan, so, ang problema natin dito sa region ay what tayo source of balot eggs. Balong mga sa tamang magbalot, napa sa Calabarzon, magpada sa DLTV nga bus. O, atong mga balot vendors bitaw. So, magpadala pa sila bigas sa Calabarzon, kay sa Laguna, daghang kay mga Pinas, Minana. And then, ang DLTV bus, kita sa Laguna, no, mo agim nag Leyte. So pick up na lang, pick up point. So dako kay kun opportunity for namoy kahumayan sa DA na mag-exportahan nga rice field. I-integrate yung ducks, no, mas mayo na kay dili na pista halin kay ng itlog ng balot, no. Ani kaya shortage eggs, halin kayo na. Ang problema way producer, bisa gamay. Na ug gamay. Ayo. Isa ka depende na sa lain regions, no. So, karon nga sa 2 days ato nga seminar, I have already told you a lot of business enterprise that you can involve yourself, no? Para maka-income mo as AEWs or as farmers. Ito ato gidiscuss kapon, forage pellet, no? Silage, no? Kanang business. And then layer, baboy, no? Ducks, so daghang kayo business sa livestock industry. So, kami sa teaching, ayun na lang ibo kay busy dito sa teaching. Kamo na lang mong i-train for future use. O gapoy contact number whenever you need us to reach to you, then you can just email or contact us. No, so for quails, we have starter, grower, and breeder, layers or breeders. So kana. Pilang quail eggs karon? Oh, napon may quail eggs? Quail nga ginabuhi, pwede ko ng quail ha. Kasi kay wala ko. Asam na ginagamit ang quail eggs sa chapsoy. O daghan, pwede na po na quick. O daghan mga street foods. So wala po tayo supplier ayos quail, tayo ginagmay. Pero ang quick kung imo iluto pag simple na ang buo, di ba? O gikan sa dos o una, trace na. O inara na mga business. Baligyan mo sa kantin sa mga kuan, elementary school, di ba? Imure bilin nila Now, matuto na tayo sa feed formulation, no? So, ang feed formulation, again, we can adopt person square method So this is the one that is practical for farmers or for AEWs na daily oriented sa kanang use of software. We can formulate a ration using person square. Pwede po algebraic, pero nag-isod-isod lang na sa kinabuhi si algebra. No, pwede na ang person square. And again, if you have laptops, you can make a ration of feed recipe using trial and error. Kasi ang limitation kasi sa person square is one nutrient at a time. No, usa lang ka nutrient at a time that can be balanced. Medyo lisod. And then this one is cost linear programming. This is use of software. So kanang mga dagko nga feed mill industry, na sa software nga ang usa ka software nag cost of millions, no? Minus iska kay namin tulo ka units dito sa dato ang iska kay namin tulo ka software, no, sa program. So I'm handling, by the way, undergraduate animal nutrition nga subject and also graduate, no, MS and PhD nga mga subject. So mga AWs, kung gusto nyo ma-promote, manilimaw, alam nyo na mag-enroll na kayo sa Visayas State University MS program. No, kung gusto nyo mag-imaw, no, gusto mamaw dire or maw na madaan. Apit na. Mga amaw pa na ron ng stage. Amaw din mo. Muna ba yung recording na sa amaw, ang one, license, MSDB. Ang deputy kami, in our one units,
Iya, mas dali.
Because in the academy, no, the entry level is MS degree. Hindi ka regular. Hindi ka ma-hire as teacher sa university kung hindi ka MS degree o license at portuguese. So very strict sa academic, no, sa academy. So sa LGUs, I think it will come to a time entry requirement for MAU is MS degree holder aside from license. No, so what may mawa ninyo? And in BSU, pwede mo mag-enroll sa mga extramural program. What does it mean? Na mo sa inyong LGU station, mag-enroll mo units offline. Kumbaga, module. Tawag mo sa university during orientation and exam. So, self-pacing. Study mo sa libro ng mihatag and muna lang mo take final exam. Pwede na sa mga open university program. No? So, pinapagkuha na mo. Kaya equivalent naman na ang off-campus o on-campus, equivalent lang na siya. No? So, may parang sa estudyante sa atin. Hindi ko ba kumain sa NCFRS? I know. Sultiin niyo yung mayor. So, sultiin yung mayor nga, kuy lang po, scholarship. Kung gusto mo full-time scholarship, namin UST program din sa university. So, soldado na mo sa inyong LGU, napamoy 25,000 a month, no, sa scholarship. Pero full-time student mo. So, nagdana akong promotion sa amin. Graduate programs. Yeah, kasi yung teacher kami, naghihapon sa Department of Animal Science. And then, maagiya na po yung atong lecture, pero at higher or advanced level. No, kaya ito na siya pupunta na mga theories and knowledge. No, ilan eh, ang summarize na eh. No, pagkuha lang mga chemistry yun nga lang ang time. Pero ulit, kung na kayo at least, no, pang kuha na, experience na. So, person square sa ito na, no? So, it's easy and simple to follow, but ang iyang disadvantage, no, it takes time because you need to balance nutrient one at a time. Kung sa galing ang nutrients, sa akong limit, these are the nutrients that you need to balance. And you can only do that if you put it in Excel or in software. Pero kung person square lang ka, usa lang ka nutrient at a time you can balance. So, muna, practice sa karoon sa person square. So, the center number in square must be intermediate between the number, concentration of the two figures. Later, I will explain this further. Okay, number and third item. Now we go for an example. So, ito. Now, sa inyong farms, mag-start na lang formulate of feed para sa imong native chicken puntahay. And then, sa imong farm, nakakayuha ka ingredient. Nakakay source of energy, which is your corn, nakakay source of protein, which is your soybean. No? So, ang task nimo, pila may amount sa corn o pila may amount sa soybean, akong i-mix para makamit ko o ratio na 18% CP. So, posibleng wala siya starter feed para sa manok siguro. So, problem is how much corn with 8.5% CP and soybean oil meal with 43% CP should be mixed so that the final mixture will contain 18% CP. So, this aligi ka ng 8.5, mauli siya kato sa feed composition table katong kanina. Kadto sa corn, sa bato katong corn na to dire sa may nani pa. So, inani. Asa corn dire? Oh. So, corn, anong corn? Yellow corn. Ako yellow corn dire. Oh, so for example, kining ano ito? Yellow corn. Oh, basta kaning nara na diri di ba mo ano to? Yeah, so corn bran, ngita tag soybean kung tahay. So katong kanina 43 katong ingon. 43 tingali posible US soybean tong inaani mo. Yung corn, asa ba tong corn? Yung corn. Yellow corn. So nasa 8.60 or 8.05, no? So mo na siyang gitwaan nimo nga mga values atong pilay city content. So balik sa problem. Okay, so, di ba, pareho lang values nito. So, wala itong tapos sa table and 43% soybean. So, pila may amount na imong i-mix para makaabot ng 100 kilos mixture. Pila ka corn, pila ka soybean. That is what is being asked. So, you're going to meet a balance of 18%. So, una, again na, you can formulate ratio, duha nga ingredient. Pwede na ang buhaton. No, pang backyard na lagi. No? Pwede na. So, kung napakakuha ka, hinihala ng corn, dili whole. Imo i-ground corn. No, soybean, ground soybean corn. Kung soybean, ina ka, pwede ka ipil-ipil, pwede ka kanong fish meal, ina na. Later, kailangan tayo case 1, when there are 2 feed ingredients available. Later, when there are 2 or more feed ingredients are available. So, nagmang cases. So, sa imong buhaton, mag-work square. And sunod, imo ibutan dire ang energy source, which is your corn, 8.5, and your soybean, 43%. Ang sunod, you're going to subtract diagonally. So, 18 minus 8.5, 9.5. 43 minus 18, 25. So, ano lang, imo lang subtract diagonally. So, this one, imo na i-total, 25 plus 9.5, that's 34.5. No, so, timani coordinate, corn ko na yung opposite. Soybean ko yung opposite. So, if you are going to total, that's 34.5. Ang next is kani. So, nara kay 25 parts, divided by 34.5, times 100, kaya mag-mix mo tag 100 kilos. Kung imong i-mix mo sa kasako, so 50 kilos, galing yung putang. Kung tulo kasako, times 150, kaya mo sa kasako, 50 kilos na. Diba? So, kani, 100 kilos. So, 25 times 34.5 times 100, that's 72.5. And then, 9.5 divided by 34.5 times 100, that's 27.5. So, kung imo na i-total, 72.5 plus 27.5, that gives you 100%. Kumbaga, mag-mix kag 100 kilos, ang imong corn should be 72.5 kilograms. And ang imong soybean should be 27.5 kilograms. Para mag-meet mo ang 18% na requirement sa animal. No? Pwede ka mag-mix na. So, sa'yo na tayo na. So, para ma-counter-check kung makamit ba ka sa requirement sa animal, imo na i-balance. So, 72.5, which is coming from here, times 8.5 divided by 100. This is 8.5. Volume analysis sa board. 8.5 divided by 100, right? So, 72.5 times 8.5 divided by 100, 6.16. And the same, 27.5 times 43 divided by 100, ito kita na ang 43, no? So, you will get also 11.83. If you are going to add these two, magkaroon ka ng 17.99 or 18. So, you meet the balance, which is 18. Ang ipangayo is 18. No? So, pwede na nimong buhaton, no, in a backyard level na nakay duha ra ka ingredients, you can simply calculate person square. No? Na question dire? Ha? Asa may problema dire? I-subtract naman natin yung formula. No? No? And dili pwede mag-negative ha? You get the absolute value. So kung may absolute value, wala yung negative na sign. Parang pero okay? Na question about this, case number 1, kay mga to sa case number 2 kung duha, or I mean, more than 2 ingredients. Masama, may question? Na may question? Na-gets nyo dire? Ha? Sige daw ba, nakakuha ba mga problem? Table 1. Naka-gets, no? Table number 1. Ha? Okay, table number 2. Naka-gets? Dali ano? Table number 3. Wala pa? Sige, try to use your calculator, your cell phone. Table there. Ha? Number 4. Nakakuha-kuha kayo paano? Okay. So, ang kuha na ni point is, as backyard farmer, no? Pwede na gyapon ta mag-organize, no? Hindi mo na may tawon ang CP. Sir, asa lagi ka ng 18, sir? Ngadto na siya sa animal requirement. Ito ba akong giingon kanina siya? So, example, kung imong formulate kay game fowl, so, tingali imong formulate kay 18%, no? Tingali grower chicken na siya. So, nga hinaling gimama dahil mga requirement. Tingali grower chicken or stand developer na. No? Good protein na ito ang CP, yung 18. Di na naman siya dito. Kaya mo man yung animal requirements. Sana. So, pwede po dito na siya, ako i-mail nga, itatagpuan, energy CP. Posible po na, hindi na siya fall sa egg-type chicken. Ngayon sa kuan, posible po na finisher, broiler finisher. Yung mong i-formulate, low cost na finisher. No, so di na natin nakikita ng mga animal requirement. Okay? So, dali-dali ano? Are you ready for the more complicated examples? So, ganito sa case number 2. So, sa case number 2, how much corn with 8.5% CP, pareho pa rin sa natin ito kinuha dito sa list of feed ingredients, right? And then soybean with 43% CP, doon din sa list of feed ingredients. And now, there is a fish meal. So, nakay fish meal, 50. Tulo na kabuti mong ingredient, takhan mo kung sa fish meal, local fish meal, kay doon ko ka ng dagat. So, can I use fish meal? Yes, you can use. So, how much should you add of these 3 ingredients to meet 18%? Kaya formulate ng operation sir sa akong manok na game fowl. No, yung CP nga requirement ay 18%. So, kung saan naman ang ron? So, una mo is you are going to categorize kung energy source pa na o protein source. Klaro man na ang corn is energy source. O ang soybean o fish meal are protein. O source of protein na. So, mo na ni siya. So, ako i-add ang soybean o fish meal 50-50. Kaya problema sa fish meal, important to expensive or cost raman to. So, why problema? Kaya nagkakaroon fish meal, may problema na. Pwede na po i-50-50 sa fish meal o soybean para ma-reduce the soybean. So, if you add this 50-50, you do like this. Na-calculation. 50% times 43. Pwede na po 43 times 1/2 divided by 100. Pwede rin siya na, it will just give you an answer. Or 0.5 times 43, it gives you 21.5. And 0.5 times 50, it gives you 25. So, mao ni ang CP contribution of soybean and CP contribution of fish meal. And sa corn, more gapon, 8.5 gapon na siya. And then, you will use these values, total this, 21.5 plus 25, you get 46.5. No? 50-50 man yung pagsakol. Now, sir, di ko 50-50. Sige, ato ni butangan si kaning soybean, 60% soybean, 70% soybean, 30% fish meal. So, ano ninyo? Kung 70-30, ikaw may mabutan na, ikaw may kuwan, mag-formulate. So, kung 70-30, so, okay mo na iwan. 70 times 1, 43%. And then, isa, 30. times so that 50 delay analysis 50% tala 50% CP ana lang so i-total mo na yung total ng figure there is a lower left protein so kanang protein feed is combined no sa fish meal and the soybean meal so inana ang sunod you do the same sa atong case number 1 so ana kadiri ang imong basal feed or energy feed we call sometimes the energy feed as basal no kay pinakadako mo na siya ning base diet no so kana siya you are going to subtract regularly 18 minus 18 8.5 it gives you 9.5 and then 46.5 minus 18 you get 28.5 no and then you add 28.5 plus 9.5 that's 38 no so sa sunod para sa sa tugibot sa case number 1 so ang sunod mo na to remember kana siya was 38 so 28.5 divided by 38 which is this one times 100 because you're going to balance 100 kilos so you get 75% and then for the protein feed mag-apo na 9.5 divided by 38 so that's it times 100 you get 25% so you will now have your ration ang imong ration will consist of 75 kilos na corn of 25 kilos na protein feed. Pero, kaya siya, gihati pa rin siya sa soybean o fish meal at 50% each. So, pila may 50% na rin 25. 12.5 for fish meal, 12.5 for soybean meal. No? So, imo na niya ang computation. 25 times 50 over 100 or 50 times 1 half, 25 times 1 half, then 25 times 1 half, you get 12.5, 12.5. Okay? So, mo na ni imong final mixture. Ang imong 100 kilos will compose 75 kilograms corn, 12.5 kilograms soybean, and 12.5 kilograms fish meal. So, imo i-counter check if you have meet the requirement, pila tong requirement? 18%. So, mo na ni 8.5 is the analysis of corn times 75. No, so if you divide by 100, that is 6.375. Then for the soybean, which is 43% times 12.5, divided 100, and then fish meal, 50% CP times 12.5, divided 6.35. Total of 18. So ibalik ka din sa imong requirement na 18. So you have met the requirement of the 18% CP. Now inana lang, so pwede ka mag-mix o duha or tulo. Ingredient, pwede ba upat o lima. Depende sa imong gusto. Now, what is the advantage of mixing ingredients, many ingredients, sa imong feed recipe? So, may advantage. Also man, so pwede kang ang pinaka-advantage yun ana is you will meet the requirement for atong amino acids. Ato bang limiting amino acid ito ako i-discuss kahapon. So, may ibang ingredient nga ubos ani nga amino acid. So, pwede siya butangan or ma-supplement sa other ingredients. No? So, pwede ba ka magpakaon usar ka feed ingredient sa inyong animal, like sa inyong binubuhat, sa inyong mga neighbor siguro, yung mga farmer. Sir, pakaon sa mga baboy tahok. Tahok na sir, ako na baskon. So, pwede ba na? Pwede, good. Pakaon ka. Oh, pero, the question is, kung sa'yo may tabo sa baboy? So, tampok diwa. Expect tambok ng baboy. Kay, wag man na-balance ang amino acid. So, katong akong gi-mention atong previous lecture, kato bang barrel, no? Kato bang barrel na ay minimum nga amino acid, no? So, kung mauni nga ang nakay limiting amino acid, more yung product na produce. No? So, you need to supplement it with synthetic amino acids. So, kato akong previous discussion. Are you ready for the next case, number 3? Case number 3. So, case number 3 is quite different because naakay daghan ingredients. Naakay 5 ka ingredients. Abot ka man ni sir og sorghum, naami daghan corn, naami daghan rice bran din man, naami kahumayan, naabot ni fish meal sir, naami soybean. Dato ug sir. Naami na sa sir. Pwede na ba ko mag-formulate sir? Pwede tayo. So, you are tasked. No, after this training of trainers, you will be called by your farmer, mga AW. Sir, pa-permanent to feed, sir. Muna ako mga ingredient. Kunya, Kagaya ko, karang formulation sir para sa, let's say, fattener na baboy. O 16%, no? Kaya 16% CP man sa mga fattener o finisher na baboy. Muna po ingredients sir. May muna may uho. Parang na. Yung sumpunta ka sa ATI sir. Nag-training ba yung mga training of trainers? Ano yung definition? Mga AWs. Anyway, call a friend. Call a friend. Sige sir, ako mayo sa inyong farmer. Ako i-try ang best. Ako rin ma-review ako kung ano ang relation sir Manuel. Pwede na tayo exchange. No? So, inana. How do you solve like this? This ingredient or this ratio requires you to formulate now 16% CP. Kung sa mana, it could be one finisher na pangbaboy. No? Pwede po, gamay naman CP. Ano ito ba kung inanay ba? No? Gamay kali, may pang finisher stage na. So, muna pong ingredients sir, rice bran, corn, fish meal, soybean, sorghum. And muna ilang mga analysis sir. Nag-aamal yung lista sir sa feed ingredients na may mga chemical analysis. Muna ilang mga CP, crude protein content. Rice bran 12.5, corn 8, sorghum 9, fish meal 63, soybean meal 47. Again, asa rin nakuha sa akong previous slides nakita. Now, is your option. Ikaw as a formulator, animal nutritionist, or knowledgeable, pwede ka magbuot-buot. Sige, rice bran, na mayroon mong supply ron, 1 part lang na. Ang kaning corn, 2 parts. Ang sorghum, 2 parts. Hindi ka tayo sorghum ron. So, kumbaga, akong energy source, kaning tulo, ako i-combine at 1:2:2. 1 part rice bran, 2 parts corn, 2 parts sorghum. No? And then akong protein, mas daghan ang kukuha nun sir, kanang ani sa isda, kaya isda man ron, daghang kibuhat, ng mga fish and threads. Sige, magbuot ko 3%, 3:2, meaning 3 parts fish meal, 2 parts soybean, ang akong ikuan. Question, kinsa magbuot ani? Kana ikaw magbuot, depende sa imong supply, no, sa imong mga feed ingredients. So, inugtumi lang katong mga anti-nutritional factor. Akong table at kita ng mga recommendations. No? So, kana. Now you will solve. So, how do you solve? Rice bran is at 1. So, you multiply 12.5 times 1, that's 12.5. Corn 8 times 2, that's 16. Then sorghum 9 times 2, that's 18. No? So, if you are going to total that, that's 46.5. We divide into 5. Anong 5 man? 1 plus 2 plus 2, that's 5. No? So divide by 5. So this energy source will have a total of 9.3, which you're going to put here in the upper left, the square. 9.3. Okay? For the protein source, 63 times 3, that's 189. And then soybean meal is 47 times 2, that's 94. No? So how do you get 5? So it's 3 plus 2. No? That's divided by 5 here. So total niya is 56.6. You put it here in the lower left of the square. Okay? After that, you subtract diagonally. So 15.6 minus 16. Well, now answer 14.6. Then 16 minus 9.3, you get 6.7. So sunod, what in total of 40.6 and 6.7, you get 47.3. Ang sunod po aton is you're going to divide 14.6 divided by 47.3 times 100, that's 85.84. Kumbaga, ang imong energy source will comprise 85.84 of the 100 kilos. And then for your protein source, 6.7 divided by 47.3 times 100, ang imong protein source will compose 14.16 kilos per 100 kilos. No? So now, imo na nang i-akod-akod sa mga energy source kung kani sa protein source. How do you get that? Muna ka na dali. 85.84, sa mali nga, that should be 85.84 typographical lang na. No? 85.84 times 1/5. Sir, is only 1/5. Oh, siya. Ang imong rice bran is 1/5. No? 1/5. Ang imong corn is 2/5. Imong sorghum is 2/5. No? Addition. Imong protein source fish meal is 3/5. And then your soybean is 2/5. Nagets nyo? So, muna na Rice bran is 85.84 times 1/5. That's 17.17. This is the amount in kilo per 100 kilograms. And then your corn is 85.84 times 2/5. Because again of that ratio, no, 2/5, you get 34.34. And then your sorghum, 85.84 times 2/5. Again, because of that ratio, you get 34.34. So if you are going to total 17.17, 34.34, 34.34, you get here 85.84 kilos. And then now is the time to solve for the protein. So 14.16, which is this one, times 3/5 because of that ratio. No? So you get 8.5. And then soybean, 14.16 times 2/5 because of that ratio, you get 5.66. So if you total 8.5 plus 5.66, you get 14.16. Okay? Na gets nyo? So kung baga, ang imong 100 kilos na ration, no? Imong 100 kilos na feed recipe will compose 17.17 kilos rice bran, 34.34 kilos sorghum, and 34.34 kilos of corn. And fish meal is 8.5 kilos, and fish soybean meal is 5.66 kilos. That will total 100 kilos. 100 kilos ka pula. And you check whether na-meet din mo ang requirement na 16%. How? Kaning amount, i-multiply lang mo sa iyang analysis, which is 12.5 divided by 100, that is 0.125. So, if you multiply that, magkatotal 2.15. And then 34.34 times ang corn, 8 divided by 100, that's 0.08. So you get 2.75. And sorghum is the same. No, 34.34, 9 divided by 100, you get 0.09. So that's 3.09. For the fish meal, 8.5, okay, divided by 8.5 times 63 divided by 100 is 0.63. So you get 5.35. And then 5.66 times 47 divided by 100, you get 0.47. That's 2.66. If you are going to add, it goes back to 16%. Meaning to say you have met the requirement 16. So, yun na ang pag-formulate sa ratio. No? Medyo tas-tas na, kung 5. Ang ingredient, gusto nyo ba? Napatay example na phase 4, ha? Oh, ikaw, formulate. Oh, i-produce. Pero, i-assist mo kila yung partner. No?
Excel na lang sila eh.
Okay, dapat mo ingredients. Na. Sige lang kay contact yung EWs. Di ba? May purpose nga di ano itong mga EWs. No, mga sirs. No, dali na.
May pagipalit na lang sa agribit.
Sayang inyong kuan. Sayang inyong mga romance. Sayang. Magbay ka agribit, kabalo ka, mahal na kayo ng ano. Mahal kayo kaya. Feed meal, nasa usually sa Metro Capital, Cebu, Manila, Bulacan, kana. Magkita na sila mga ingredients sa tibuok Pilipinas and even outside Philippines. Ila pamaniton, o yung ila i-analyze, then mag-formulate sila feeds. I-formulate, banato pa na sa feed meal level. Ila ipasa sa distributor. Patungan na 20% markup. Unya, feed distributor, napay mapalit sila ng mga customer na kamo nagkarga sa kuan sa very expensive nga amount na markup. No? So, kung kamo mag-produce, now we experience this in the department na kami nag-produce, nakatipid big more 50% of the feed cost. Kung kami ang mag-produce sa feed, kung kami nag-produce sa own feed. Mo na advantage kung namoy gi-produce na feed. Mabitan mga dagkong nga farms, kabatay mo tukuran gyud nag feed mill o feed. No, ang ilang feed mill, di sila magpalay, di sila magpa-feed outside. Di na sila mag-kuan produce feed sa ilang own ng mga resources.
So, mistake na lang sa one formula, sir. Hindi na lang masave mo din, no?
Oh, usa formula basta ang kuan mo tanggi ko na nakakatanan-anan ng mga ingredients. Uy, di na usa ka formula, di naman kinahanglan kabilang change recipe. Hindi na kinahanglan. Ay importante na kay stable supply of the feeding ingredient. Usa lang ang recipe, yang imo nakita performance man, tigil sa performance sa mga animal gamit na nga recipe. Uy, dyan mo gamiton all throughout sa imong pag-farm. Basta naalam kay quality control sa feed ng abot, no? Kaya lagi di mo bang susikon yun nga maayong kalidad, dili pampers, no? Dili kayo fiber, mga kuan. Di ba kailangan everyday mag-formulate? Mas stress ka din. Usa ra ka buok ka formula, usa ka formula sa booster, usa ka formula sa starter, usa ka formula sa grower finisher. Upan ra mo pang to. Wa ra na sa adlaw, no? So dali ra kay na. So mo na ang importante na kay connection sa mga supplier sa feeds. Na. Unya imo makina nagana kay everyday mag-mix ka, no? Di everyday, every 1 week mag-mix ka. Kita mo sako. Pila ka months pwede ang feed, di matao. Usually 3 months, no? After upat ka buwan, siguro siya karanso. Ano yung kupon na yung feeds. Kung hindi ka kailangan mag-mix o tunilada ang feeds, kaya enough for 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month na consume sa mga animals. No? So, I tell you, makatipid kag mga more than 50% sa imong feed cost kung kamo ang mo-formulate sa inyong feeds. Kinahanglan yung kapital, una, ang imong balay, nabutangan nimo sa imong mga machines, feed mill, weighing scale, no, hammer mill, sa pag-mixer, na kay bagger machine, kung inyo ikuan. Ya, kuha ka yung space sa imong kuan, bodega, mabutangan nimo raw materials, imong feeds. Yes?
Ini siyang first method sir ba? Dili ra siya restricted sa food formulations ano?
O pwede na sa ibang kuan.
refer na ko
Na
sa CN ratio sa organic fertilizer production.
pwede po na. Pwede ka po na. Basta na mo i-meet nga requirement. Pwede na. Mao ning generic ng mga formula sa person's wear. Pwede na din mo i-balance ang calcium, pwede i-balance ang phosphorus, basta na rin ang i-meet na requirement. In this case, wala na yung CP na i-balance. So you want more? I give you more. No, natin natin. Apa? Kaning. Ako na ni mo lugas ko pultre. Ate ka mo sa baboy manok na. Ito sa bilats. Kani nag-formulate of feeds na 18% CP pero imo gi-intentional nga butangan jud nimo ipil-ipil kinakaka ipil-ipil sa imong palibot mamunga na siya magurok yung seeds sa ako kayo no so mao na imo